Well, here's something new. Max Payne on GBA. I don't know much about this game, but I do know a little bit about the developer, Mobius Games. Originally working with the 3DO company to make GBA ports of their terrible sports games, but when 3DO fell to the wayside in 2003, Mobius moved on to do a lot of freelance work, all of them being licensed games. And the quality of these varied. I mean, who could forget such classics like Barbie's Horse Adventures, Blue Ribbon Race, and Bionicle on GBA, and Pop Idol. Yeah, until eventually scoring a deal to develop this game, and not long after being acquired by Rockstar and rebranded to Rockstar Leeds, going on to work on some of the GTA games, the Manhunt PSP port, Red Dead Redemption 2, and even Max Payne for. So with that out of the way, let's dive in. Straight out the gate, I'm quite impressed. The game has voice acting, and there's a lot of it too.
To make any kind of sense of it, I need to go back 3 years. Back to the night the pain started.
Even the back of the box boasts more than 30 minutes of spoken dialogue, which, you know, is kind of impressive for a GBA game. There's even some exclusive art made just for this game. My favourite would have to be this one, from when Max first confronts Vinny. It's pretty... The game doesn't really have much in the way of OST. There's 2 songs in the whole game, and one of them's the main theme. The lower number of songs is due to the voice-acted cutscenes taking up most of the space, which I feel is a worse trade-off. Like, the voice-acted cutscenes are cool and all, but if you gave me the choice between more music or voice-acted cutscenes, I would have gone with more music. But anyway, the game starts normally enough. Max's family has been killed, he's seeking revenge, and we must find Alex at the train station. The game is from a third-person isometric view, it controls well enough, and... oh. Blood. What a GBA game. That's pretty neat. There's a lot of nice little details like this. Massive amounts of blood paints the walls whenever enemies are shot with a shotgun. You can blow up gas canisters to kill enemies. Background items like furniture are destructible. In fact, the game recreates the environments from the first game really well. It's not a one-for-one recreation. They had to make a couple of changes to the layout just because of the isometric view, but you know, that can be excused. Bullet time's still here, and it's pretty impressive that they managed to pull this off on what is essentially a portable Super Nintendo. Nearly all the weapons are here, save for the sniper rifle, and they're all fun to use, except the grenades and molotovs. It's hard to judge where they're going to land. Plus, the game has the Max Payne 1 layout, where you can't have grenades as a secondary weapon like in Max Payne 2, so I never really found myself using them that much. But there's one weapon that completely obliterates most of this game. Oh, I'm of course talking about the shotgun. Yes, that's right, the shotgun completely obliterates this game up until the later levels. For most of the game, it's a one-shot kill. Couple that with some iffy hit detection, and most of the game is a breeze. But that's not to say there aren't bad parts, as you'll soon see. There's a lot of parts of the story from the original that didn't make it into this game. Anything that isn't extremely important to the story has been cut. But, you know, once again, it's a GBA game. It's remarkable they managed to even port this to GBA in the first place. But, you know, I'm gonna list off everything that's missing anyway, because why not? There's no parking garage level where Max confronts BB for the assassination of Alex, so in this game's canon we never actually find out who killed him. For all we know, it could have been just some random goon. There's no docks level where we kill Boris Dime. The part where Vinny jumps onto a moving train is gone, instead you just chase him until you corner him in an alley. In the final level of the game there's a scripted scene where a helicopter shoots out some windows and you have to take cover. That's not in the game. All the dream sequences are gone, but I think that one might have been for the better. I probably missed a whole bunch, but oh well. We infiltrate the Cold Steel headquarters, and Jesus Christ, I hate this. There's a part of the game where you have to make it past 3 timed fire spouts, which, by the way, is an instant kill, with an isometric view, and so that goes about as well as you'd expect. At one part of this level I thought I missed a switch or something to turn a bunch of fire sprouts off, and so I backtracked for like 10 minutes only to realise that I could just walk past it. The way the camera was situated made it look like I couldn't walk past, so that was fun. But that's small sauce when compared to the final level of this game. I'll tell you one thing they managed to replicate perfectly from the original: the final level's terribleness. Well, for a start, there's no longer a gauntlet of enemies with M19s at the very beginning, thank God. In fact, the final level has a mostly original layout, but the enemies are practically bullet sponges. Once you kill one of these said enemies, they barely drop any ammo, meaning you have to improvise with worse weapons that have worse fire rates and deal less damage. And when I said the enemies were bullet sponges, I meant it. This is how long it takes to kill one enemy. Jesus, how long is this gonna take? finally! Oh my god. God damn it! And by the time you killed one, all his buddies would have run up and turned you into Swiss cheese. And, by the way, at the start of every level you get 5 continues. After that, you have to start over, meaning you have to go through hell just to get another shot where you're probably gonna die and get sent back again. Okay, with that all aside, we make it up to the roof to confront Horn in the final fight. And it's really easy. In fact, I'd say it's easier than the original. Just throw grenades at the wires and you win. The chopper crashes and Max is arrested, you know, the usual. Once you beat the game, you unlock cheat mode. There's the typical stuff, all guns, infinite ammo, and Super Cop? What's that? Okay, so you can't dive and you can only throw grenades. Okay. And that's Max Payne on GBA. It's good for a GBA game, but like the original, it definitely does suffer near the end. So Max Payne on GBA gets 5 out of 10. Hello?